Welcome back, everybody, to the Church of the Tonepriest. Big day today. Got a lot on the old docket. I'd like to thank we got a couple of new subscribers. Thanks for joining us. Happy to see you enjoy what we do here, even though it is all lies and misinformation and incompetent ineptitude. But besides all that, you know, we have fun. So thanks for coming. Hang out, hang around. We got some big things coming in the very near future. I'll just give you a little taste right here. You see that? Look at this bad boy. Holy smokes. What could this thing be, I wonder? So, something to look forward to there. What do we got going on? Today we got the, I noticed, my very most popular video is like the first real video I did actually doing something with a musical instrument or amplifier. It's that stupid Ibanez guitar repair we did. It boggles the mind because that video is, well, I haven't watched it in like since I made it, so it's gotta be a hunk of shit, but whatever. So along those lines, we're gonna make another guitar video. Can you see that? We have here my favorite guitar in my collection. It's a SX, what's that say? Custom handmade vintage series Telecaster style guitar. I bought this for like $100 and I love it. The neck is it's lacquered, but it doesn't have that lacquered feel. It's nice and smooth, and you know, you don't skid when you're going up and down it. So whatever lacquer they use, it's probably filled with asbestos, but I like it. Pardon me. It's got a real bridge, doesn't have that you know, three-piece thingy going on here, so that's nice. But when I first bought this guitar, I went on Amazon and I bought the absolute cheapest pickups I could possibly find. I think they were like $11 and change, and put them in there. You know, I figured how bad could they be? I think they had like 2.5 stars in all the reviews, so I bought them, $11. It was a big investment in this guitar at the time. They sound fine, except, you know, especially the bridge pickup, it is super microphonic, like you read about. I mean, you just tap the guitar and it's like, and then of course feedback central, because it just picks up if you're playing loud with any kind of gain. Oh, look, it's a tone path. What's the matter? You trying to hide your phone still? Oh, woof, woof, woof this. Don't worry, I'm not plugging into an amplifier. Go hide your bone. Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Trying to bury your bone? Do you want some help? Oh, you want to make sure it's there? Oh, now you want to eat it. Are you just testing? Don't swallow the damn thing whole. I don't have money to take you to the vets. Can I have it? Are you going to bite me? Oh, look at him. Oh, Daddy, don't take my bone. Anywho, so this guy here. So we spent the big bucks, and we got a one of these. Can you read that? Is that upside down? Backwards? I don't know. These are Wilkinson low Gauss Nashville Sound ceramic guitar single coil Telecaster pickups set for Tele style electric guitar. And I bought these from my favorite online retailer of choice that delivers next day. So we're going to pop these bad boys in. Let's take a look at them. We got some screws. We got some more screws. What do we got here? We have a bridge pickup. And we have, oh, look at this bad boy. That is coated in genuine 24 karat gold, my friends. We are not messing around. Is that in focus? Nope. You are. That'll be in the neck. And it came with this little blurb here if you want to read it. Handwritten by Trev Wilkinson himself with a real turkey feather quill, calligraphy style. And here's the instructions. Can you read that? Does that fit? So hopefully we can figure out how to make this work. Of course, we're going to need new strings because we're taking the old strings off. For our favorite here are the boomers, and for this guitar, I do 9.5 to 44. So, yeah, that's the plan. If that all sounds interesting to you, and I'm not sure why it would, stay tuned. We'll clear our throat, then we'll get to work. There'll be some sort of demo at the end, I imagine, if you want to sit through all the screwdriver and soldering iron work for the demo. Don't get your hopes up. I'm a horrible novice guitar player, and you're just going to hear 3 AC/DC riffs and probably Joe Walsh. Played extremely poorly, but hopefully you get the idea of what these sound like. There's not a whole lot of great videos on the old YouTube about these pickups, so hopefully we'll continue that trend and make a not so great video about these pickups and put it on YouTube. So with all that said, we're here to pump you up.
Yeah, you know, I can tell by looking around the room, most of you are already pumped up. That's good. Yeah.
Okie doke. So I got the camera set up on Mr. Tripod. Hopefully you can see everything. The director of photography called in sick today, so we're doing the best we can. But the first thing we got to do is get these strings off and maybe clean up some of this DNA, and then we'll go to step 2. So I'm going to shut you off for now. I'm going to whip off the strings and clean this muck up, and catch up to you after that. Okie doke.
Did I hear someone say you were from Spokane?
We got the strings off, we cleaned up some of the DNA. So now we got to take her all apart and see the horrible wiring the tonepriest did in a previous life. It's all pretty boring stuff. So what I thought I would do while we're doing this is, literally almost every other day somebody says, "Hey, tonepriest, you're very kind and compassionate and empathetic and caring. You should be a counselor or an advice columnist." And I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. So what I thought we'd talk about while I'm doing this is I pulled up an Ann Landers advice for all column at random. I figured we'd read the question, and then we'll compare the tonepriest's advice to what Ann Landers, the advice that Ann Landers gave. So, so here we go. Dear Ann Landers, my husband, Jim, and I have been married for 2 years. Congratulations. We dated for almost 9 years before we married. Jim has always been moody and suffers from depression. Uh-oh, that's a trouble ahead. I have suggested counseling and antidepressant medication. Well, great way to pathologize your husband. But he refuses to get any help at all. Last summer, Jim and I got into a typical married couple argument. Okay, we'll get back to that. It was no big deal, but he completely lost his temper. He threw our coffee table across the room and punched a hole in the wall over my head. Oh yeah, that's totally typical. Me and the Tone on all the time. I'm throwing coffee tables and punching holes in walls. You should see the Tone church. Oh my god. Anywho. He never apologized, nor would I. Fuck that. I'm never wrong. And I let the incident blow over. Last Sunday, we had another minor disagreement. That's what you call a minor disagreement? Throwing coffee tables? Oh god, this is too funny. I left the room, and when I returned, Jim had thrown the Sunday paper in the trash can, even though he knew I hadn't read it. No, I forgot this is like a million years old, Sunday newspapers. Alright, so he's being, aggressive. I yelled at him. So he went into the kitchen and dumped the entire can of garbage into the middle of the living room. Oh, Jimmy.
I love you, but you should know you're on very dangerous ground.
Later that evening, I told him I was not going to tolerate living in a house where things are thrown. He replied, "There are 3 doors in this place. Pick any one if you feel like leaving." Oh, Jim. So Chad. I love Jim, but I fear his volatile behavior. I avoid arguments and don't complain about things because I hate confrontations with him. Well, good for you. I don't think you need any advice. You just take your own advice. I am at the end of my rope. What should I do? Signed, Trying to Save My Marriage in Chicago. Wow. My advice, obviously wear a hard hat in that situation. Flying coffee tables. Damn. This is, obviously there are 3 sides to every story. If Extreme have taught us anything, this is not the right screwdriver. These are not the droids we're looking for. I'd love to hear Jim's side of this, although, I don't know, throwing coffee tables and punching holes in the wall. I don't know, unless Jim is a complete nut job. Obviously, trying to save my marriage in Chicago, she's got to have her issues too. I mean, we all have our issues, right? What's she doing or not doing? If this guy's so unhappy with his marriage, one thing immediately comes to the top of my mind. What is she not doing? But, yeah. Doesn't look good, my friends. Does not look good. I think they're just in a loveless marriage, or at least he doesn't like her anymore. She's obviously not all that he hoped and dreamed. But, throwing coffee tables. I'd love to see video of that. Incoming! Anyway, we missed one. But that just sounds like a typical Saturday night here at the Tone Church. Me and the Tone Nun, we throw all our furniture around. Punch holes in the wall. God damn. Anyway, so, let's see what Ann Lander says. Dear Chicago, tell Jim, either get into counseling for anger management or get out. That man is making your life a living hell, and you should not have to put up with it. For his good, as well as those who must be around him, Jim needs to face up to his problem and deal with it. You also need to protect yourself. Well, she never mentioned that Jim was hitting her. Just sounds like Jim's spazzing out and taking out some of his anger issues on the furniture. But he can't be that mad. I mean, he hasn't broken the TV yet. I mean, a guy is mad when he takes his anger out on the TV. I mean, if it gets to that point, that's when you know you have an issue. Oh boy, speaking of issues. I'm going to have to take this thing apart too. But, Jim, what are you doing? Yeah, I imagine by now this poor lady's, buried in a shallow grave in the woods of, Saskatchewan somewhere. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Let's read the next one. We gotta find another one. Hold on. Dear Ann Landers, my ex-husband and I divorced 18 years ago. He told me he no longer loved me, and that is his name, Jim, and that family life was not for him. Sounds like he got a new secretary. He agreed to counseling, but of course it was a waste of time. Oh, well, there you go. That last one, Ann Lander said get counseling or get out, but of course it's a waste of time. So what are we really doing here? The counselor later told me it was obvious that I wanted counseling to save the marriage, but my ex agreed to it only to appease me and intended on getting a divorce once the charade was over. Well, what's he waiting for? We had been married 14 years and had 2 children, ages 7 and 5. That's unfortunate. That's not unfortunate that they had children. It's, children going through a divorce. Nobody likes that. It was not easy for me. My ex remarried 6 months after the divorce was final. Oh, well, there's your real problem. If you found a chick that quick, it means the chick was always there. I married again 10 years later. My 23-year-old daughter recently asked her father why we were divorced. Because your mom's a bitch, I'm assuming. He replied, because your mother was having an affair. Oh, really? Is this projection or is this reality? I am furious with him for telling such a lie. Fortunately, my daughter did not believe him, but it's possible he repeated the same lie to everyone he knows. Oh, God, and you went, what is this, 10 years? Living a life and everything was fine? I get angry every time I think about it, but don't know if I should confront him. Yeah, a lot of good will come from that. Please, Ann, tell me what to do. Innocent in Stamford, Connecticut. Oh, it's right down the street. Move on. Nobody cares. That's it. That's all I had to say. Let's see what Ann Lander says. Oh, read the response. Click here. Dear Stamford, don't waste your time and energy on a confrontation. It has been said that a lie can travel halfway around the world before the truth can put its shoes on. You now know that your ex is a cad and a liar. What more is there to learn? A confrontation would probably result in a denial, plus more he said, she said. Who needs it? Congratulate yourself for unloading the bum and enjoy your freedom. I find it interesting that Ann Landers always takes the person asking the question, which appear to always be women, takes their story at face value. She obviously has not got the Extreme 3 Sides to Every Story CD in her collection. I bet dude's wife was having an affair, or she was just very friendly with a coworker. He's just a friend.
Yo, who is that? Oh, he's just a friend. Don't give me that.
But, whatever. But I basically came up with the same advice as Ann Landers, so if this whole tone church thing doesn't work out, can be the tone advice columnist. There we go. Get out! Get out. Can you see that? I'm having troubles here. Son of a... Alright, we have her all apart. Wow, look at this. Did I put that in too? Huh. That doesn't look original. But there you have it. There's the old Chinese $10 pickup. Looks like I put a new switch in there when I did that work. Some horrible wiring. Get this bad boy over here. Can you see it? Probably not. But we got some shielding in here. I definitely added the copper shielding in the cavities. But alright, my breakfast is burning, so I'm gonna go eat that, and we'll be right back after these messages.
How fast is the new Isuzu Impulse Turbo? How does 950 miles per hour sound? Impulse Turbo. Faster than a speeding... Well, you know.
Alright, let's take these China specials out. yeah. Forgot about that. This is pretty basic stuff. We might have to read some more Landers. Maybe we'll check out some Dear Abby. Dear Abigail. Please help me, my guitar is microphonic. Desperate in the tone church. Dear Desperate, don't buy the cheapest Chinese-made pickups you can find on Amazon. Look at that. So I say SX probably did this. Did a pretty good job on it. Nice and shielding from EMF. Didn't really help much, especially when I played next to the mining rig. Sounded like Morse code coming through. Wow. Oh no, it was optical delusion. Thought I had some really horrible solder work here. A lot of extra wire here. Probably did that for this very reason. So if I never needed to come back in here, I could just clip and still have plenty of leftover to put them back together. See? Yeah, that's why I did that. Get out. And the ground, I'll just clip that for now. Out. Numero 2. I gotta tell you guys, the last week coming home from work, got off at the local train station down the street. I walked like right through the worst leftover crime scene I think I've ever seen. You know how they draw the little outlines around a dead body? So I'm walking home from the train station from work, and I'm behind the elementary school. And it looks like there was a fucking massacre here. Holy shit. Damn, somebody went to town here. Whew. There's another one. Dead bodies everywhere.
Dead bodies everywhere! Come on!
It's a horror show. Okie doke. Oh, magnets. Yeah, these are always handy. Hold your screws in place. Springs. Can you see that? There's nothing to see. Out. Oh yeah, we got more of these things. What is that? Oh. Shit. It's one of these two. I'll tell you what, we'll just take them both off. How's that? Got all the funk on the back of this thing. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Right. There we go. Out. So we have Mr. Wilkinson. Where's the here? Yeah. Yeah. Fucking genius. Ooh, I like this. Nice tight fit. So when you get the springs on, they don't like all fall off when you flip it over. This will facilitate the reinstallation of the pickup Oh God, what's going on here? Jeez, how does this happen? Okay. Alright, yeah, so perfect. One, two, there we go. Three. Alrighty, no. Send the wires through the hole and we'll move on to the neck. Seems to be a very tight fit. Seems to be touching just right about there. I think it's going to work, but it's super duper close. If it doesn't fit, I'm going to throw a friggin' couch across the room. Like our friend Jim. I think SX could use some longer screws here for sure. For sure. If we had to, we could get in there with the Dremel style tool and a drum sanding bit and just cut out like, you know, a 1/2 millimeter. Facilitate that, but I think she'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be okay here. We're going to push this bridge saddle up a little bit, so we'll get our bridge saddle pushing up a little bit tool. Actually, no, that's not going to work like that. My bad. Our other bridge saddle pushing up a little bit tool works every time. And we'll push the saddle back roughly to where she was. I'm going to do a complete setup when I put the new strings back on. That looks about right. Alright. Alright, let's finish tightening these down. Bam! There she be. Ooh. Neighbor's home. Alright, moving right along. Got our gold pickup for the neck. Oh boy. Thought they were getting together again. These are definitely different screws. Ready? We'll do some ASMR. Hopefully this works. Nice. Okay. And that goes like so. Oh, see? See? That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully I didn't lose the other one forever. Yep, definitely different screws. So we're going to have to fight with these. Oh, yeah. Bam. There we go. All right, get these two wires in the hole. Yeah. Bam. Take our back together. Let's see, we've got multiple different styles of screw here. There we go. Here we go. I am not a fan of pick guards on guitars, but they do make pickup changes much easier, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. Okie doke.
Yeah. I mean, I lived there for 5 years. Were you ever there?
No. Wait a minute. I was born there.
Now, let's see here. 2 grounds, we got 2 hots, and we'll be done. So if I remember correctly, this guy here went to the spot on the switch with the white wire. Make a couple of little J hooks. Oh, this is stranded wire. Hang tight, hold that thought. Find some appropriate flux, and not flux, whatever this shit's called, solder. Here we go. Oh, my bad. I just had it. Alright, let's try that again. First we need to clean the old flux off this guy. We're going to use our solder sucker. So I'm going to go like so. I'm not looking at it. Crack that down. Good enough for government work right there. Alright, where'd you? What's the yellow? Oh, he's right here. Yeah. Number 2. Something like this. Crank it down. Nice. And then we'll add some nice new solder to the connection. That should be good for another 50 years. Nice. Alright, now we just have these 3 grounds. Really don't like soldering to the back of pots, but we're gonna do it anyway. Fuck it. Okay. Now to facilitate that, we're gonna clean up all the schmeg that's on the pot right now. And there is a lot of schmeg there. Wait. Boom. Done deal. Alright. If you're doing that at home, that's going to be very hot for quite a while. So, careful where you stick your toes. Why'd you fall off? What's your problem? Get on you. Alright, we'll jam all this crap back in the cavity. Like so. Boom. All right. there you have it. Done in like, what, 3 minutes flat? Alright, so I'm going to string her back up. I'm going to set her up. I'm not going to show you all that. If you want to learn how to string up and set up a guitar, go to Dave's World of Fun Stuff. He's been doing it for like the past, 35 years. I follow his method pretty much exactly. So instead of getting it from me, get it straight from the horse's mouth. So after that's done, we'll plug her in and see how the Wilkinson Nashville specials, or whatever they're called, sound. Perfect. Had to give the old rod a little crank.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we're good now. Almost there. We'll set the intonation for the nation, as it were. Action, intonation, pick up height, and we'll be good. Hang tight. Well, we've got good news and we have bad news. Good news is pickups work. Bad news is, oh, screwed something up there. No biggie. We probably just have a shorted connection. So we'll pop that out and we'll fix it. All better. Tone Pet's going nuts. He hates this amplifier here. I don't know, I popped this out, popped it back in, works. I think some of the wires, when I was pushing this back in, probably just pushed some shit together, who knows, whatever. It works. Here we go. Here we are. I gotta say, it is a lot quieter. I'm holding it right up to my computer, and you can probably hear a little bit of the Morse code, but it is way quieter. So what we got going on here, we got our newly pick-upped SX Vintage Series handmade custom whatever it is Telecaster style guitar going straight into my Basic Man amp, which is a amplifier I built from scratch. It is a clone of a Fender Blackface Deluxe. It does have some differences. Has a mid-range control, and if the mid-range is all the way down at 0, it's your standard Blackface. Nice scooped tone. But we have bass and treble. But if you crank up the mid-range, you get more of a tweedy sound, and then if you crank up the mid-range and the volume, you get more of a Malcolm Young sound. So that's all fun. But anyway, here we go. This is the bridge. Here's the middle. Here's the neck. That's on 2. With the mid all the way down, the volume is cut significantly. But as you dial the mid up, I usually, if I want the Blackface tone, I put it on 1. Put this at about 3. Alright, let's have some fun.
You know what I'm talking about.
Not hearing the B.
The odds are he won't live to see tomorrow.
Did you know that every 7 minutes a black person is born in this country without soul?
This bonus album, Don Simmons, Down and Funky. Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Keep playing, man.
Well, there you have it. How fun was that? Hopefully the demo wasn't too horrible. My guitar playing wasn't completely awful. I tried to give you as much of a idea as what these inexpensive Wilkinson pickups are capable of producing tone-wise. I think they sound pretty good. And they solved the problem I was having with all the excess feedback and microphonicness. So yeah, good deal. I like them. Thumbs up. 2.5 stars for sure. So yeah, that's it for this video. Stay tuned in the near future. We got a ton of stuff to do. We have that mystery pedal we need to make. And then, of course, we got the Rhett Schul amp to repair. We have the Sound Electronics Corporation amp. We have all sorts of shit. Don't you worry about a thing. We even got a Tweed Gibson in here with an electrodynamic speaker. So, yeah, stay tuned. We'll get to it when we get to it. And when we get to it, it'll be gotten to. So, get to it.
Man found out what he had to do. Done.
I was at a dance when she caught my eye, standing all alone, looking sad and shy. We began to dance, swaying to and fro, and soon I knew I'd never let her go. Blame it on the bossa nova with its magic spell. Blame it on the bossa nova that she did so well. Oh, it all began with just one little dance, but soon it ended up a big romance. Blame it on the bossa nova, the dance of love. Blame it on the bossa nova with its magic spell. Blame it on the bossa nova that she did so well. But soon it ended up a big romance. Blame it on the bossa nova.